Okay, good morning YouTube. Fat Cat Collections back at you with another fragrance review. And today we're going to be talking about a fragrance from the house of imaginary authors. And this company basically makes fragrances that are inspired by certain books. It's a very, very unique company, and their fragrances are very, very unique, and they all have what I consider a similarity. And it seems to me, to my nose, that their fragrances all share kind of a smoky accord to them. They're very, very daring fragrances, not as daring as, say, zoologist colognes, but they're very, very unique, and I think that they're definitely making some fantastic colognes. And I'm really happy that Josh, the owner of Imaginary Authors, was nice enough to go ahead and send me some samples. And check out my other video on the samples that he did send me. That was just kind of like a quick unboxing show and tell video I made. But this one here, the one we're going to be talking about today, is one that's one of their newer fragrances, and this one is called A City on Fire. And now I didn't wear this particular juice today, but I sprayed it on the card, and I have worn this in the past few weeks, a little bit here and there. And this is a very, very strong and powerful fragrance. Basically, when I smell this, all I get out of this is a smoky, smoky, smoky cologne. I really can't pick up anything else, at least to my nose, other than a lot of smoke. And this smells like you spent a lot of time camping. There's definitely this is a very masculine scent. This is definitely not something a woman could ever pull off wearing. And this is even something that by itself is very, very overwhelming. Now, it's a very interesting fragrance, and I actually layered this last night. And I think that this fragrance definitely, you can wear it, I wouldn't wear this in hot weather. I think this is definitely a cold outdoor fragrance. Definitely not one you want to wear to the office because it is very, very overwhelming. And let's face it, not everybody likes the way that a campfire smells. This is campfire in a nutshell, right there. Campfire in a bottle. And a very, very smoky campfire at that. It's a very interesting fragrance, and like I said, when I mentioned layering it, what I did last night is I have another fragrance that's kind of smoky, nowhere near the smokiness that this has, but it's basically an Aventus clone, Creed's Aventus. It's a clone by it's called Lomani AB Silver, and I love that fragrance, but it's not very strong. So I've put a lot of it on, but last night I put a whole bunch of that on because that is a very smoky pineapple scent. And that's basically what you get out of Creed's Aventus. It's that smoky pineapple, and there's more, more to it than that. But that's what I mainly get out of it. It's a very great fragrance, but sometimes, I like a little more smoke to it. So what I did is I went ahead and put some of that on, and I put a little of this on, and that kind of combined, and you got this really smoky pineapple flavor or aroma, which I thought was really great. So it is something that can be layered to add smoke to some of your other fragrances, which is kind of unique because a lot of times combining fragrances doesn't really work that well. This one here works very well in making any fruity fragrance smokier. So I'm not sure I would layer it with tobacco. I haven't tried that yet, but it is a very, very unique and daring scent, and definitely one to be worn, if it's just by itself, in my opinion, outside or in cooler weather. It's very strong and it lasts. I sprayed this card about 4 weeks ago, and for 3 weeks you could still smell the smoke coming off it. I did just put a little bit on here now, one small spray, and this thing is just radiating with smoke. So you have to really like smoke. This is not what I would consider a blind buy. I definitely recommend you get a sample of this or get your nose on this before making the purchase because it is a very, very unique and daring scent. A little bit about what it has in it. I'm not going to read you the big write-up on Imaginary Authors' website, but I do encourage you to go there. This cologne was inspired by a book called A City on Fire. And I'm not going to tell you what the book's about, but this one here, it says, when to wear. The refined smoke accord makes this fragrance a luxurious scent on evenings in a town, whether with someone special or alone looking for trouble. Again, they're very passionate about how they describe their fragrances. The notes in this are cade oil, spikenard, cardamom, clearwood, dark berries, labdanum, and what they call burnt match. And I believe that's the imaginary note in this particular cologne. All their colognes have one imaginary note, if I believe that's correct, which actually doesn't exist. I don't think it does. That's why it's an imaginary note. But you definitely get the burnt smoky match scent out of this. So it's definitely unique. It's definitely an interesting scent. But like I said, I would encourage you to smell this before buying it. Price points on this are, what do they ask for this thing here? Their price is 50 milliliter. That's what their size are. They don't make 100 milliliter bottles. 50 milliliter bottle of their fragrances run you $95. So that's my 2 cents on A City on Fire. by the House of Imaginary Authors. Again, Josh, thank you so much for sending me these fragrances. You're doing some really amazing things, and stay tuned for more videos on the other fragrances that you sent me. And I definitely, Josh, I want to get my hands on Bull's Blood, okay? So I definitely would like to smell that as well, and maybe a couple of the other ones that I haven't had the opportunity to review yet. So that's it. City on Fire by Imaginary Authors. If you have this fragrance or are looking to buy this fragrance, definitely check the link in the description, and also leave a comment and tell me what you guys think. If you like the videos, remember to go ahead and like the channel, or subscribe to the channel, and go ahead and find me on Facebook, where we're doing a lot of interesting discussions on cologne and watches and everything else. So all those links are in the description, or you can go to the channel's main page, and you'll find right in the front of the channel screen, it shows some icons in the right hand corner. Those are my eBay links, and of course my Facebook link. So if you're going to make a purchase through eBay, remember to help support the channel and click those links. As for Imaginary Authors, amazing work, Josh, and as always, folks, have a wonderful day.